What's up, guys? Welcome to the DLB Daily. If you are watching this on my YouTube right now and you're not a member of the DLB Daily, what are you waiting for? We just got over Thanksgiving. You piled a bunch of food in your face. Now we go to Thanksgiving, Christmas, and you're gonna just stuff a bunch of cookies in your face. I know, I'm already doing it now. And then New Year's comes and you drink a bunch of wine. By January 1st, you're like, what the heck happened to me? Where did this 5 pounds come from? And that's from all the food, all the family gatherings, and it's okay. It's okay to enjoy that, and I want you to enjoy that. But right around the corner, we're gonna start making some New Year's resolutions, and I wanna help you guys out. So you guys that are thinking about what you wanna do fitness-wise for New Year's resolution, I wanna help you succeed and get there. So if you join me, I will train you every single day. I'm gonna give you the workout, I'm gonna give you the plan, you just have to execute it, and that's on you. So, come join me on the DLB Daily. The first 7 days, you get your first week for free. And if you don't like it and you hate me and the workouts are too hard, you can quit, it's okay. And you will pay $0. So, first seven days are free. You can quit if you want. I'm not here to give you these cookie cutter workouts. We're here to get it in. I give you the plan, you gotta execute. So come join me, DLB Daily. I will get you to your resolution. Today, I'm out of breath. Today we are training back. Today's focus, I'm calling this the lat attack. We are gonna attack the lats. We're gonna grow some big backs. So, let's go. So we're gonna start off now. I know today is lats, but we're gonna kind of warm our shoulders up because so much of back day, it has to do with your rotator cuff. So we're gonna warm that up, get some traps in there, get some rear delts. So we have a little tricep to start out. Now, I know if you don't have 2 of these at your gym, you don't have to use 2. I just kind of like when I can go as wide as possible. Some gyms, you might, if you don't have 2 ropes, some, I know at least when I trained at Gold's, they had the long handles. I don't even have a handle here, but instead of this, it was just a rope, but a long rope with handles. Works phenomenal. And I'm trying to do things all on one machine because I know not everyone has the luxury of their own gym and you can't just bop around to 3 different exercises. So I'm trying to do everything on one. So we're doing a standing trap raise or a Y raise. We sometimes do this on shoulder day for rear delts and even a little bit of medial delts, but it's a great warm up to like get that movement going in your shoulder. So basically a Y raise, I should tell you the rest of it. So we're going trap raise, then we're going into a face pull, and then we're going into a band pull apart to hit the rear delts and upper traps. So you're basically just, so one by one, and then you'll see it go all the way through. So your trap raise, I kind of put this just about like chest level, maybe even a little lower than chest. So that's this part, so that doesn't matter. This part should be right around your chest, maybe a little above. I like going really far back and being able to bring my arms all the way back. So if you're able to grab 2 of these, you just put this all on one end and then you'll grab on this end. Which way you grab obviously does not matter if you want to go this way or maybe if you go this way. So try both ways out, see which feels better. I don't even know which way. Yeah, I think I go this way. So I hold this way. So you're gonna take a couple steps out to make sure that the weight is not touching so that you're already feeling a little bit of tension. And then you're just coming from your chest level. And when you get to the top, you're gonna try to separate as wide as possible. And then you come back down and then back up. So it's like a really weird, it's almost like a face pull, but we're calling it a trap or Y raise. So in the back, this is gonna be a great warm up for your shoulders, your rear delts. You're gonna squeeze those traps together at the top. And this is just basically kind of like the warm-up exercises. You're not going super heavy. we're doing like 8 to 10 to 12 there. Then you're gonna move it up. I'll probably take one of these off for the face pull. We're gonna move up. And I actually like to sit, because when you're doing face pulls, if I don't have to concentrate on my foot placement and staying steady, then I will opt for not doing that. So next up, we're gonna go to our face pull. I will sit, just because I find it easier and less like worrying about movement, especially when you start going heavier and the weight wants to pull you up, you have to like counter the whole time. But by staying on the ground, I usually put like a foot up. So your face pull, the one thing I would like you to try to do, instead of just pulling this way, is I want you to rotate your hands. So this would be like an internal rotation. So when you come here, you're gonna rotate and try to get those palms to face backwards. So you're basically ending up almost like a front double bi. So you're gonna go here, front double bi, and that rope will be right here. So, So again, I like to hold this way. I've seen people hold it the other way, completely up to you. So we're going straight to our face, and when it gets here, I want you to try to rotate those hands back so that your thumbs are like pointing backwards. And because we're treating this first set kind of like a warm-up, these are slow, controlled. When you get to the back, squeeze for a second. That's Kaya. Hi, Kaya. And then after that, hi. Hey, filming a video. You're gonna grab your band. If you have resistance bands, that works. I'm just grabbing this band. This is the lightest one, so I'm going to double it up. Right, Kai? I'm gonna double it up, grab the ends, and you're just pulling straight back. And then I don't let it go all the way in. I try to keep just a little tension, so it still has tension here, and then back. Whew. That one you're just going to failure. So first set, take it easy. The next couple sets, you can start working your way up. The trap raise, stay a little bit lighter, especially if it's a new movement for you. It's a big, wide range of motion, especially for those rotator cuffs. But you can start slowly moving up. By the fourth set, that should be like your heaviest set. Why am I so out of breath? By the fourth set, this should be a lot harder. You can also move up in bands too. So if this is too easy, I'll move up to the next band and probably do the same thing, wrap it around twice. Woo! And then we're ready for the real stuff. All right, now we get into the meaty part of the workout, right, Kai? We're ready to build some muscles. So we're going to one of my favorite exercises, which is a barbell row. So a big compound movement, but it can also be done very, very poorly with bad form. Today, actually our whole workout is a lot of just the basic back exercises, like a barbell row, a dumbbell row, a lat pull down. But I wanna break it down and just really go over just some of the key pointers, because those exercises, those are the key back exercises for a reason, because they're good and they work, but you have to do them correctly to build muscle. So, barbell row. I've seen this done, I wish I didn't put weight on it yet, but there's a couple key things that I want you to try to fix, because this is even stuff that for a very, very long time, I was an ego lifter, I was a meathead. I wanted to go as heavy as possible, and I think to some aspect, there are points and times where going a little heavy, where you not lose form, but you have like what we call cheat reps, where you're using other muscles to get weight up. There is a time and a place for that, and there is that like motivational factor, like how much weight can I do? It's motivating to be able to do heavy weight, and I get that. But for the most part, your workout, 95% of it should be nice, clean reps. So that's what we're gonna focus on with the barbell row. And because I can never just do one exercise at a time, I always try to throw something in there just to completely exhaust those muscles that you're working. So we're gonna do a barbell row. Some of the key things, things that I want to point out that people do a lot is a lot of this movement. You might be able to do it with this. A lot of it is because the bars, like you start the bar too far away from you. I want you to keep the bar basically on your legs and then you're pulling up. Keep it very close to your body. When it starts getting away, you start going onto your toes and then you get this stuff. That's the other thing I don't want is that movement. And lastly, your back. So you don't want to be super overarched. Maybe a slight arch is okay, but I'd rather almost like a flat back. And I always say, whew, sorry, when I talk, I get out of breath. When, I forget what I was saying.
Flat back.
Flat back, flat back. The old flat back, someone's been listening. Flat back is what you want. And the big thing here is also keeping that neck in line with your spine. So maybe your back's flat, but if you're looking up, you just created a kink here. And you don't want that. You want straight line from your back to your neck. So wherever your back is, keep your head in a very neutral position. So you're not looking down and you're not looking up because you just created a tension point right here. So nice and flat, bars next to you. What else? And keep weight on your heels. So most of the time when the weight is close to you, you're automatically already gonna be on your heels. So I actually start pretty much on my knees and I bring it back, basically to my belly button. All right. Well, anything else I wanna go through? So here, every time you see a workout, it's gonna give you, those are the working sets. So if you have 1 or 2 sets before that to get to that working weight, because we are going for sets of probably any day. Sets of 8, okay. So this is just warm-up weight for me, and then we'll go up and up and up. So it will probably take 2 sets to get to my working set. So one more time, and then I'll show you what we're doing after that. So hinge, flat back, neutral head, keep bar close, and no swinging. Then from there, our second part is inverted pull-up. If you want to put a bench underneath your legs, you can. You're just going to failure. Oh, and I'm out of breath. All right, moving up. Onward to our next next exercise is a lat pull down. So another one of those basic movements that everyone does because it is a great exercise. So I just want to make sure that we're going through and you're following all the key tips so that when you're doing this awesome exercise, you're doing it to the best of your ability. So lat pull down, typically most bars are going to have a little bit of a bend. I actually really like to just grab right on the bend. Now, If you're a larger guy, you might be out here. If you're smaller, or maybe you feel it better, you can be inside. So I'm not gonna tell you exactly where your hand placement should go. That's kind of up to you, but I like to grab right on the corner. So a couple key tips with the lat pull down. Some of the things I see of what I don't want you to do is this is concaving your chest. Right here, this is all biceps. You're no longer, the emphasis isn't on the lats. You can feel a little bit on the lats, but this is all biceps. So what I want you to concentrate on is that little bit of an arch. You want to keep your sternum up. So your chest stays up, and when you bring your elbows down, you're going to bring your elbows should be, you're going to contract your lats, your elbows drive down, straight down. So they're not coming out or to the back. We'll get to that in a second. So for the best emphasis on your lats, that elbow drive. It's so hard to talk and look at you and grab that. So I'm not gonna use it anymore. So key tips, chest is up. When you bring those elbows, you're bringing them straight down to your side. This is where you're gonna squeeze the most out of your lats and then back up. The other thing I don't want you to see is a lot of this, like moving. That's all momentum. That's more of a lower back exercise, which you can do that on the hyperextension if you'd like, but we're not going there today. So less movement this way. Sometimes when I go up, I will rock forward just a little bit because I get a little bit more stretch. Anytime your hands are out in front of you, you're gonna stretch a little bit more. So I will let them go a little bit farther in front of me, but when I come down, I'm coming straight down. So you're gonna drive that elbow right into your side, and that bar path should hit you right above your chest, right on your sternum. And as long as you keep it up and you focus on keeping it up, you're more likely to have better form. It's when you start to go heavy, you concave your chest, and you lose focus of what you're supposed to be working, and then it turns into a bicep exercise. So one more time with that, because this is a superset, and then I will explain the difference between the two things that we're gonna basically do the same, almost the same way, but you're gonna lean. So lat pull down, we're doing 8 to 10. So chest up, elbows come straight down, and no rocking back and forth, okay? See how I stretch a little bit at the front here, so I come forward a little bit, but then straight down. Stretch, straight down. It's basically, I'm just moving my head in front. But if you want to stay more still, because that might mess you up, then don't move at all. Just concentrate on keeping that chest straight up and those elbows coming straight down. We then, after 8 to 10, you'll probably drop the weight a little bit. I just dropped the weight, you saw that? Now, we're gonna hit more of our upper back. So back here where you have like your infraspinatus, your teres minor, your teres major, those are like the smaller, but without them, you don't have a good double bicep because you need those guys to pop. So your rear delts, the bottom of your traps, and then your infra and supraspinatus and your teres minor and major. Look it up on anatomy. I don't have an anatomy chart here, but so now instead of coming right down here, we're gonna lean back just a little bit. So now you're gonna kind of push up into that. You're gonna lean back, and then elbows are going to flare a little bit. So the first part, to really target your lats, straight down to straight up, lats come down. To hit your upper back, your teres and your spinatuses, you're gonna lean back and your rear delt, and you're gonna basically pull just under your chin. So it's a little higher. Your elbows are wide and they're going behind you instead of down. So this is the difference. We're here and here. It's just, it's on the same thing, ever so slightly. You're just moving your back and moving the placement of your elbows, and you're gonna hit a completely different spot. So what it looks like. So I'm gonna drive my legs up into that, lean back a little bit, and then when I come down, we're keeping those elbows nice and wide. So all together, so the first part, so we're going our lat pull down, 8 for 10, chest up, elbow straight down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have to switch, but you probably drop it by a plate or two, and then lean back. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Ooh. By then, you'll feel it right about here. And all those tiny muscles, especially if you're a bodybuilder, those muscles count when you're hitting your back double bi. So 4 sets, 8 to 10, drop a plate or two, 8 to 10. Go. Moving on to another staple in most people's back workouts, which is a seated cable row. Also one of those ones that if you're not concentrating enough, sometimes you're only using your biceps. So, a couple other key tips here to make sure that you're using the cable row the way you're supposed to, which is hitting your lats and even that mid back a little bit. So we're actually going to do a seated cable row, and then we're gonna stand in the same spot and do a standing low row just from here. Just because I'm Dalen Bailey and that's what I do. And that's what you're gonna do too. Because you can't just do one thing at a time, that's boring. So, a lot of times what I see is, if you're not thinking, most people, they start the movement here with their arms. If the first thing that's moving are your elbows, something's not right. First thing that's moving should be your back, and then you wanna concentrate on keeping those elbows down. So when you're pulling, if you're pulling up here and your elbows are wide, it's not that it's a bad thing to do, you're just maybe not targeting the muscles that you're supposed to be targeting. Right here, we're concentrating on some lats today. So I want you to keep those elbows down, and when you come back, keep that chest up, and you're gonna squeeze, like pretend you're trying to, like, say your friend's fingers right here, and you're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together. When I come back, I let my shoulders kind of roll forward a little bit so that you're almost like rounding your back, and then elbows back, and then squeeze that penny right between your shoulder blades. Come back, I kind of round a little bit just to like relax forward, and then elbows down and back. So, big thing here is what I normally see is people just going. And there's a lot of this motion too, where you're doing that hyperextension machine again. So they're using their legs, they're using their low back, and they're not even really using their back at all. They're using mostly legs and low back to get the weight back and their biceps. So lighten up the load a little bit and actually use your lats. So biggest thing here is keeping those elbows down close to your body and bringing them back. So they stay down and back instead of wide and out. So down. See how close those elbows are to my body? Once you get 8, 10, 12 there, you're gonna stand up. And if that spot's open, you can go there. But usually I just stand right here. I lean my calves up against the bench. And same thing, keep those elbows down. The only thing here is, because the weight is pulling you this way, you are actually gonna be using your glutes, you're using your hamstrings to keep stable, and your low back. So again, and then you're just pulling basically to your belly button. Elbows down, so you pull to your belly button. So instead of up here, not that that's bad, that's just a different area. Elbows down. One thing I always picture my like scapulas is when I go forward, they round and then they come, it's like almost like this kind of motion. That's just what I picture my back, like my scapula is coming around as I let my arms come forward, and then you're bringing it back. And then they circle out, even though they don't really circle. That's just what I picture in my head. I don't know if that helps at all. But so, seated, 8 to 10, drop the weight a little bit, stand. So anytime you're doing like 2 exercises, so even though you could probably do about the same weight, you're already pre-exhausted. So drop it by like 2 plates maybe, stand, same thing. Both exercise, keep your delts down. Keep your elbows down. Elbows stay down, locked in position, bring them back. So even here, stay down, boom, boom, instead of out here. Moving on. And next, staple. Back exercise. Just a regular old dumbbell row. Regular old dumbbell row. So, you've probably seen a lot of people. I remember when I first learned how to do dumbbell rows, it was have your one knee up, come this way. Not that that is bad, it's not bad, but, and you have also seen me do some where I'm here and we focus on letting it stretch forward and then rock back, almost like it's on a pendulum. So today we're gonna do our basic dumbbell row, except I want both your feet on the ground. So you're gonna keep your shoulders nice and square. You'll use the bench as your support. Your feet will be even next to each other instead of this, because anytime you're like this, you're more likely to twist. And instead of twisting, we're not working our obliques, we're not working our low back, we're working our lats. So we're gonna stay flat, shoulders square, no twist. We're just gonna bring it from here up to here. And then your elbow, because that's the other big thing on back day is, where does my elbow go? So instead of bringing it up here, you're keeping it close to your body. Lead with your elbow, and then elbow goes back. So try to keep square the whole time. I know a lot of people want to kind of like twist and almost like look back at it. Just look back at it, look back at it. Wish that song was playing right now. So we're not going to look back at it. We're gonna stay looking right at it. So, fix my hair a little bit. Your dumbbell row. Shoulders square. Nice stable base here. So legs together. And right in the middle. And then lead with your elbow and it's coming straight back. This is a little bit more of like a strict dumbbell row. So when you start going heavy, that's when you start wanting to swing a little bit more and you're using your legs and you're twisting. So keep it a little bit lighter than usual, you're probably usual, and then we're just going strict. We're starting with 12 reps. And you switch, same thing, stay square. then you move up. So we're going 12, 10, 8, 6. That 6 should be pretty heavy, but not heavy enough where you start moving all those things and you're doing one of these, okay? Keep it nice and still, concentrate it a little bit, and focus on really pulling back with those lats. So stay square and elbow comes back. So not out here or tight in. The closer you can keep that elbow to you, the more you're gonna hit your lats. 12, 10, 8, 6, ready, set, go. All right, we're at the end. So we have a couple little final touches, little fine tuning, little isolation of the lats. So we are doing a single arm, straight arm pull down. Or yeah, pull through or pull down. I don't know, some people say pull through. It's a pull down, I don't know, push down. Whatever you wanna call it, you're doing it with a straight arm. So we're, one of the big things of why I like this exercise so much is a lot of times when you have two arms, you basically have to kind of stop here. This, we're actually gonna break our body plane and go behind us. So step back a little bit. The focus will be here. I can already feel it already contracting because the weight is off. So I'm already feeling it. When you come down, you're able to pull through, kind of like a swimmer. And that's why swimmers have such amazing backs, because this is the motion the whole time. They're just working their lats the whole time. They have great shoulders, great lats. Hence I was a swimmer. Can you tell? So we're doing straight arm pull down, and then we're gonna go into a single arm cross body pull down. I don't know names of things, so I just list all the things that you're doing in it, and that's the word. This might have a good name, might not. So here we go. We'll start on our left side. I don't know the rep range, but it's probably like 10, 12, 15. And then we're gonna do about 10 to 12 on the pull downs. So here, bring your body back a little bit. See how I'm already stretching forward, so that stretching, that's where you're gonna get the most. Anytime your hands are out in front of you, you're gonna get the most stretch out of it. So let your arms stretch, and then when you bring it down, you're gonna contract. So practice this. So I'm contracting the lats. I'm not pulling with my shoulder. I'm contracting the lats to start bringing it down. So that's the first motion. Contract and then pull through. Wow, now I'm tired because I just did a bunch of those. 2, 3. Oh. Before you switch to the other side, I'm gonna stay on that side, probably move it down a little bit. And now we're going to do a kneeling cross body. Oh, I might have put too much on. Cross body pull down. I'm saying cross body because you're actually pulling across your body. So the motion is just gonna be like this, bam, right onto my lats. So it's like kind of like you're going up over your head. It's in front of you, but you're up over your head, cross your body, right into that lat. Squeeze it in there. So here we go. This is where you get that good stretch. I went heavy. Then you'll go back. So now I do the right side. I go back to straight arm pull down. Drop the weight down a little bit. So you should be stronger. Twist the other way. Now you're reaching from this side. So pull across and then down. I really focus right here on that stretch. So take your time on the eccentric. So really stretch and then pull down slow. Hold for a second. Stretch. Oh yeah. One more. Ooh. If it's burning right there, that means you did it correctly. I'm gonna catch my breath and I'll get back to you. So that is lat attack. If you don't, I mean, all right, am I standing weird, guys? Kaya, am I standing weird? Is this normal? No, don't be that dude, but you're gonna have to work those arms down. But thank you guys for watching. All my DLB Daily members, enjoy this workout. If you are not a member yet, this is the time to sign up. Now's the time for your New Year's resolution. Let me help you get there. I want everyone to succeed, and I want to be the one to help you. So first 7 days are free. Sign up now, DanaLynnBailey.com. Come train with me and stand like this. Which way's the gym? Is it that way? Okay.